one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, man, you do something about it because you can.
This story is brought to us from NBC News, the one everybody's talking about. An Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE agent, shot and killed a woman yesterday during an immigration-related operation in Minneapolis in which she did not appear to be the target, said local and federal officials. Dueling narratives emerged over what led to the shooting. Department of Homeland Security spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin, claimed the woman weaponized her vehicle attempting to run over our law enforcement officers in an attempt to kill them. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey pushed back on DHS's narrative at a news conference yesterday afternoon, saying they're already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly that is bull scoop. You know what it is, right? Witnesses described seeing the woman in the vehicle trying to flee officers when she was shot, disputing the notion that she was trying to run officers over. Police described her as a middle-aged white woman who did not appear to be the target of any law enforcement investigation or activity. Immigration enforcement officers were conducting targeted operations in Minneapolis, Minnesota, when the shooting happened, but it's unclear what operation ICE was conducting in that particular neighborhood. Several video clips of the incident emerged on social media. I have the one I found here. In another video showing a different angle, the agent appears to be knocked back as the SUV drives forward before it crashes into a parked car and hits a light pole. I can't find the other angles. President Donald Trump attached that video clip showing the other angle to a post on Truth Social saying the woman was driving was very disorderly, obstructing, and resisting, and that it was hard to believe the agent survived the incident. Come on. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said at a news conference yesterday evening that the ICE agent was hit by the vehicle driven by the woman who was shot. He went to the hospital and was released, she said. Noem said the officer, whom officials have not yet identified, had been attacked before while on the job. Said the very same officer who was attacked today had previously been dragged by an anti-ICE rioter who had rammed him with a car and dragged him back in June. He sustained injuries that time as well. Noem said at a news conference earlier in the day, yesterday, that the agent's vehicles got stuck in the snow and they were trying to push them out when the woman attacked them. I'm going to get back to that. It was an act of domestic terrorism, she said, without providing further evidence. At the mayor's news conference, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara expressed concern about the tactics used by ICE agents. He said, I do not know the exact circumstances of the shooting, but I would tell you, in any professional law enforcement agency in the country, it's obviously very concerning whenever there's a shooting into a vehicle of someone who's not armed and driving away, by the way. He said that at times it could be justified, but that most law enforcement agencies in the country have trained very intensely to try and minimize the risk of using deadly force, like don't jump in front of a car. Aiden Perzana, 31, said that he witnessed the incident and that it didn't look like the woman was trying to run over an agent. He said, and for me, we even see the agent step aside as he was shooting. He said, I heard that Noam is trying to say they were trying to run down an officer. There was plenty of space between the officers at that point for the vehicle to make it through, he told NBC News. That's the neighbor. He added that it looked as though the driver was trying to flee. Residents and locals gathered in the street after the shooting, chanting and throwing snowballs in the direction of the federal agents. Law enforcement officers then deployed pepper spray and tear gas. And there's more to the story. If you want to go to the description box and click that link, you can read the rest of what they talk about with immigration enforcement and so forth. But the problem here is, and here's this guy, this is the second time he's had an incident with a vehicle. Like, does this moron knucklehead know that if you get in front of a moving car, you're going to get hit? Well, I'll just do that so I can shoot him and go, hey, put a notch on there, give me a tattoo. But I saw the video clip, and you saw the video clip just now today too, as she's, driving on, and it didn't even look like she was the target of anything. She's trying to turn around, and they run over and yell, get out of the effing truck. Yeah, I could say that at my job. Hey, get over there and have a effing seat. Yeah, I'd be fired in a day. But, cops, they can cuss and be unprofessional and be rude, and it's part of the job when you get a badge. That's part of the job now is you're going to curse at people. You're going to use profanity and you're going to be a dick. Okay. That's part of the job. I just want you to know that. Maybe that's why I never got hired as a cop, because I'm too nice. I don't know. And I got a little troll. Come on, troll, bring it and I'll hide that name too. I have a troll. I've hidden like 4 of his names. I don't know. I digress. But she goes forward. As you saw, he stepped aside and was shooting into the vehicle as it drove off. She was no longer a threat, just driving. She was unarmed. All they had to do was get her license plate and go, we'll catch up with her. She wasn't part of their immigration enforcement. It didn't really look like she was doing anything. She was just trying to drive through. I don't know. Should she have lurched forward when the cops were there? No, it was a dumb move. I mean, let's get that out of the way. It was a dumb move by her, but I don't think it warranted a death penalty. I think it was a bad shooting, but the Department of Homeland Security, President, and everybody else are scrambling to go, let's get the narrative. Let's get this down. She was weaponized her vehicle. Let's get that down right now. No, it was a bad shooting. He steps aside and shoots into the vehicle as it drives off. That's called a bad shooting. Well, actually, it's called an execution, if you want to know the real truth. She was executed.